I'm trying to get organised for a very, very quick top water session tomorrow afternoon. I'm just going through my new Vex sinker sack. Now, it doesn't actually have sinkers in it, but I am going to pull out some of these really cool goodies I've got here and just go through a few of the lures that are in here and when you should be looking at using them, the sizes, what you can target. So I'm really excited. I forgot I had this lying around. So yeah, these Vexed sinker bags, really, really cool. A product that's out at your local tackle stores. And I didn't realise when I opened it up what was inside. But as always, how we're going. Just wanted to check in. Thank everyone that's jumped on the channel, and thank obviously my Facebook community, my subscribers. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to do a live. We're going to go for it. It feels like Wednesday, but it's Tuesday. So I just thought I'd jump on. So guys, I found this cool Vex sinker sack back in the wardrobe. Open up, and yes, no sinkers, but some really cool lures. Now I'm doing top water currently. This time of year, I like to throw surface lures around local reefs, rock walls and groins. Mainly target larger tailor. But I've got some really cool sort of sinking lures in here from the CID range. Now, if you don't actually, it's a really cool little logo underneath. I can't really zoom in, but it's actually cast in deep. Now, a lot of these lures are really good casting lures. I like the Sprats. I like the Shiver Sticks. I'm just going to get them all out because I'm like a kid in the candy store. Just want to go through the sizes. I've picked some of my favourite colours out as well. So I don't even know if I'm going to get these all out. I don't even know if I'm going to get these all out. But let's get in here and see what we can. We've got some. Oh man, how many of them have got in here? I've got about I've got more than I thought. Okay, I'll just put that bag to the side. Put these here and go through them. So, as I said, at the moment I'm enjoying my top water lure fishing, loving it. But as we've probably got 1 more month, I reckon, where you can really go and hunt these larger tailorfell local reefs, and then they're actually going to move sort of back inshore, back into the river. And you probably won't. I mean, some of them will stay there, for a long period of time during the year, but a lot of them are only there for sort of that 2 to 3 months period. So these lures I'm going to throw out and show you now are sort of more for spring and summer, and what you can obviously target them. They're all sinking lures as well, these ones. But as I said, you don't need really big lures, Metro, for Perth Metro, Western Australia. So this is only a 110, 38 grams. This is a Shiver Stick, one of my favourite colours. Really stands out in that low light levels, first thing in the morning and last thing in the afternoon, when you're sort of fishing those open beaches or there's a little bit of reef, or a rock wall. And what I really love about these lures, the Shiver Sticks, is I never crank these in. You can actually skip these on the surface as well if you wanted to and create it as a, a surface lure, but I really like that, just a couple little gentle twitches or a couple little sharp movements like that, and it really does catch the fish's eye. Now, mainly you'll get tailor on these, but you will also get the larger herring on this 38 grams. So really good size Perth Metro. I like that colour. So I'm going to put that one back. Now, when we get to the calmer time of year, sort of, I reckon looking at probably October, November, where, the mornings you can just go down to your local beach and there's no swell, that, you've got a gentle easterly. These 14 gram Shiver Sticks, they come into their own. So really, this is again one of my picks for colours. That sort of blue, golden head. Do I like Milo? I love Milo. I used to drink it a lot when I was a kid. And this one here, again, will pick up your smaller chopper tailor and also your herring. So I do like the 14 gram Shiver Sticks as well. Work really well. And again, the Sprats can't go past the Sprats. 21 gram, super versatile size, super versatile lure, really good casting lure. This one here, you can keep the trebles on if you want to target tail. You can put a single hook on as well, and you can also chuck on some assist hooks if you purely just want to target herring. Really good lure. That's a clear one there. So really, actually quite a good casting lure. Until you start using these, I know that you might be a little bit skeptical. I said I really like these Sprats, so that's one of my favourite colours as well. I didn't even know I had this many lures here. Also got, so if I just want to target tailor again after, probably again spring through to summer, the 30 gram size is really cool. So how you going there? How are ya? Happy, what are we, Tuesday? Yes, that's a 30 gram one there. And that's sort of, looks like a little mullet. little bait fish. Really, really good size. Again, that springtime patella. As I said, I didn't really know I had this many here. Probably one of my most favourite colours is the Sprat again. Beautiful, beautiful colour. And again, that is a 21 grams. So again, another really good casting lure. Oh, how you going, Judah? I just found this new sinker sack from Vex in my wardrobe. I didn't realise I had so many lures, so I got a little bit excited and I thought I'd just get them out and have a chat. Again, another 30 gram. You see that's another pink one with a little bit of silver on the bottom. Another really good lure for Taylor, 30 gram size. So very, very. They cast so well. What else I got? Obviously, you can't go past the red and silver and the red and white in the Sprats. That's 30 gram as well. So these will all come out probably, I'd say, October, November through till Feb, maybe March. And again, a nice little, real small 11 gram shiver stick. Do I like fishing? Yeah, I wouldn't say I love fishing. So that's when it's calm again. Nice little 11 grammer there, shiver stick, and we've got another 14 grams. So plenty of lures. I'm pretty stoked I found that. Check these Vex sinker sack bags out. They're really cool. They've got Velcro, so you can tie it all up, keep everything. You like fishing too? Fantastic. Keep it all enclosed. I didn't realise I had so many lures, so they'll be coming out in the coming months. But as I said, really, really keen to get down. Look, if you're in Perth, Western Australia, you've got, I mean, obviously tomorrow's the pick of the day. So if you're feeling a little bit sick and you don't want to go to work, I think tomorrow will be the day to not go in there. It looks really, really good. Calm winds in the morning, light winds, hopefully in the afternoon. Again, this afternoon, about 4:30, I was driving out with the boys, still doing some errands. You love hunting? Yeah, hunting. I mean, I guess fishing is a form of hunting as well when you think about, going out there on the water, trying to catch yourself a feed. So I see fishing, it's an amazing pastime. It's really good for your mental health, but it also is a form of hunting as well. As I was saying, that locally this afternoon we had, about 4:30, that we had a really strong southerly, probably 30 knots. I wanted to go for a fish, but I just knew I couldn't work those top water lures, so I watched again at 5 o'clock. It started to drop, and typically as that sun set, it dropped to about 10 knots, which would have made it quite easy to cast. But again, sun had set, so it was game over. So hopefully tomorrow you can get out where to line. Tomorrow morning looks really good, light winds. Where do I fish? I fish all up and down the coast of Western Australia in Perth. So predominantly I love to fish on the beaches, but I like rock walls, groins, marinas, the river. I've got 2 kids now. My daughter's actually going to be competing in a Shimano junior comp from next month, which is really cool. And actually it coincides with the national comp that I'm in, so that should be a bit of fun, bit of banter between the family. It's said tomorrow is the day locally. I think we've got a high barometer still. We've got light winds in the morning, forecast light winds in the evening. Hopefully go have a quick crack. I want to really test those new lures out that I picked up last week from Tucker West, see how they perform, see if I can get 10 casts on each and see if I get any surface hits. Thursday as well, don't discount Thursday, still relatively light winds. That normally Thursday afternoon, it's forecast about 10 knots. If it sort of stays in the 15 knots, there is areas locally, that you can sort of cast with that northerly, you sort of behind your back and you can cast on an angle and get those lures still over the reef. So just keep an eye out on Thursday. If you can't, head out tomorrow as well. Do I throw crab pots? I have thrown crab pots in the river over the years. Do I do it regularly? No, not really. Don't really love it. I mean, I love eating crabs. If people were to bring me a feed of crabs, I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't say I would actively go out and drop crab pots. But yeah, obviously Western Australia, we've got 2 amazing river systems that are quite healthy and full of a lot of nice tasty crabs. As I said, Thursday, keep an eye on Thursday. That wind still remains light Thursday evening. I think you can go out Thursday. Friday, there's a slim chance that the morning's still okay. And then the weekend, if you're not aware, locally, Perth, West Australia, the weekend looks absolutely rubbish. Unless you love your snapper land-based fishing, and you can go and stand on the rock walls, groins, and get wet. But be very, very careful. I reckon the North Mole will be closed. That swell is just way too dangerous, so I think that'll be closed for sure. Just be very careful if you're heading out over the weekend because the swell is huge. You fish at Lake. Yeah, right. That's cool. Where is that, by the way? Because I'd have to look that up after this video. I've not actually heard of that lake, so if you want to drop me some more info, that'd be really cool. See where you fish. And what do you fish for as well? What's your target species? At the moment, we've got a lot of things we can go and fish for over here at the moment in Perth, Western Australia. Tons of fish at the moment, but I think really the next couple of days, hopefully see some larger tailor get hunted off the local reefs. You've still got mulloway coming in and out of the river system, Swan River, with the tidal changes. And again, I think those land-based snapper crew will be out over the weekend to try and pick up a few more snapper. I'm pretty sure I've seen at least 10 or so reports and posts of some really good snapper sessions already over the last sort of week and a bit. So I don't think it was all over that weekend that we just had, but I think it's just been before and after those sort of storms. So they hang around, they come before the storms, they come after the storms, so it's just about getting out there, having a crack. As I said, I'm going to put these lures away for now. I'm going to get my top water tray. Actually, I think I've got my top water tray. I'll go get that in a minute, get that ready, get the rod, probably take down the Assassin 11-foot heavy rapid spin again. As I said, I only used it once last Monday. I really got lucky. I managed to pin a fish. I dropped a few, missed a few. I managed to pin a nice, healthy tailor, and the rod loaded up really well. So I'm really happy with that rod. I'll give that another spin tomorrow. Try Thursday if the winds stay calm. Friday maybe get a sneaky little session in, and then the weekend no fishing. That's okay. And then hopefully we'll have a decent little bit of weather. Weather windows next week as we, head into that new moon next weekend. That lead up has been really good over the years. So I really like when, you're fishing and that moon sets before sunrise. It definitely seems to trigger a lot of fish to come and feed after that moon is set. So I'll keep an eye on that. Try to fish Thursday, Friday before that full moon. And after the full moon, the beaches can be pretty quiet. But again, it's winter, and I think we're going to struggle to find some clean water next week as well with this crazy swell. All right, I just wanted to jump on quickly. What's the fish that you caught that just stays in your mind? Oh, well, that's a tough question. I think it's more nostalgic for me. I mean, I don't reckon it's the biggest fish or the best fish, but probably more just the actual session was when I was quite young, and I was fishing with my dad off a rock wall, and I was actually using my my pop's old fishing rod at the time, and my dad was getting into he was bait casting and just cleaning up on Taylor, and I think because I was so young he didn't want to deal with me, he just wanted to fish. He's having a great time, so he just lobbed out a float, I think about 50 centimeters of line, little long shank hook. I think he put on a muley tail or a bit of it was a small bit of bait. I remember that float just got smashed, and the rod loaded up, and it was it was actually funny enough. It was the biggest tail of the session, and it almost actually pulled me in. So I think that was one of my favourite sessions, to be honest, as a real young angler. How you going, Stephen? How are you, mate? Happy Tuesday. So to answer your question, Richard, probably what fish you caught stays in my mind. Probably that would be one of my sessions. There's just too many I think every session that you spend, whether it's yourself solo or with like-minded people, and you either go there with no expectation, you have an amazing session, catch some ripper fish, or you plan and plan and plan, and then you execute and you get that sort of fish that your bucket list fish. So I guess it's a really good question, but probably something that I wouldn't be able to answer other than that session that comes to mind. With my dad when I was really young, and he was catching fish after fish, and he got the shits at me because I just wanted to fish, and he didn't want to miss out on the action, but he set me up with my pop's rod, and lucky enough to get a really good fish on it, and as a part of the pun of that, I was absolutely hooked on catching Taylor after that, and I've spent pretty much my whole life really happily targeting them. And I've actually had a conversation just this morning with a really well-known YouTuber, and he said you shouldn't put yourself down or say you catch more fish. He said you should just say you catch edible fish, because there's no, I don't think he's saying you shouldn't discredit yourself. If you want to target smaller fish, and he said you should just say you target edible fish. So I think that's a really good sort of way to look at it. And I said I don't really care what I'm catching, but I think from now on I might just say targeting edible fish, because I do go out to a lot of the times to get a feed for the kids and the wife, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. Anyway, funny, the same kind of deal with mine was a catfish. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Richard. That's cool. Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, it's short and sweet. Hope you've joined, if you've joined the live, I really appreciate it. Jumped on the channel, cool. Just got my camera gear. I finally finished getting all the bits and pieces. I'm really, really stoked. Can't wait to get out in the water. Can't wait to go and interview. We're going to do lots of interviews with local anglers, some really well-known YouTubers from Perth, Western Australia as well. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down with them, having conversations, getting all those videos edited and chucked out for you guys to watch and enjoy. As I said, it's been a while. It's been a long time in the making, but I'm stoked to have all the camera gear set up, ready to go, and hopefully this weekend we can start heading up the coast and filming some of these content creators and obviously, showing you a bit more about them and their journeys and why they do what they do and all that kind of thing. So I'm really, really keen to start that this weekend. How you going there, Batman? Happy Tuesday. I'm going to jump off now. If you've watched the live, thank you very much. If you jumped on the channel again, thank you also. And again, to my Facebook community, my subscribers, my community as a whole, thanks also for jumping on and checking out what we're doing over here as well. It means a lot. I'm going to put this away now and get the top water lures ready and for tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Tight lines. Until next time. Cheers.